When the pages turned and you walked into my life, it felt like fate had finally remembered me. You didn't come in loud or demanding, but with a silence that changed everything, like a calm wind before the rain. Your voice carried the warmth of firesides, your eyes the storms of distant seas. I didn't know love could look like quiet mornings with coffee and your laughter echoing against the walls of my heart. You didn't try to fix me. You simply stood beside me and let me grow. And in your steady presence, I bloomed in ways I never thought possible. Every story I read before you felt like it lacked an ending, as if the author forgot the most important part, until you arrived and rewrote the last chapter. You didn't just show up, you stayed. Not because I was perfect, but because you saw beauty in the chapters I wanted to tear out. With you, even the darkest plot twists make sense. You showed me love isn't a climax, it's the quiet rhythm between the lines. It's the pause between heartbeats when you realize someone has become your entire story. You touched my life like sunlight spills across pages worn from reading. Gentle, bright, and needed. I never believed in magic until I noticed the way your hands feel like they belong in mine. You see me, really see me, like no one ever dared to look. Every time your fingers brush my cheek, I forget the pain that once lingered there. You hold my chaos like it's art, as if every messy part of me was painted with purpose. You don't run from my shadows, you dance with them, pulling me into your orbit, with nothing but your grin. You make me laugh when I should cry, and you sit beside me when silence is all I can offer. This kind of love doesn't demand, it listens, it learns, it grows. You taught me that not all love is fire and fury, some of it is soft hands and whispered dreams. I never knew I could feel safe in someone's arms and wild at the same time, but that's exactly what you've given me, a place to land and wings to fly. I remember the first time you said my name like it was sacred. Not as a label, but like it meant something ancient and beautiful. I'd heard it 1,000 times before, but never like that, never like a promise. Since then, your voice has lived in the soft corners of my mind, turning ordinary moments into memories I keep replaying. You've become the reason behind my smiles at nothing, my comfort on the loneliest days. You have a way of showing up, even when you're not around, like a song that hums beneath everything I do. You make the days feel shorter, not because they rush past, but because I wish I had more time with you. Every look you give me writes poetry into my bones. I wonder if you realize how much you've become a part of me, not just in the romantic ways, but in how I choose joy now. How I speak with more kindness, how I finally believe I'm worth loving. You've given me more than love. You've reminded me how to live. There's a stillness I find in your presence, the kind that makes me believe the world was always meant to lead me to you. Before you, I never knew love could feel like coming home. Your touch is the anchor that steadies me, your words the map that guides me forward. I've watched you care for others. And in doing so, I saw the rarest kind of strength, the kind that doesn't need to prove itself. You love with a quiet kind of courage, and it makes me want to be brave, too. With you, I've learned that being vulnerable isn't weakness. It's the beginning of something real. You don't flinch at my fears or turn away from the parts of me that still tremble. You hold my hand anyway, and that kind of loyalty moves me more than grand gestures ever could. You don't just say you love me, you show me in the way you remember the small things, in the way you fight for us, in the way you believe in us, even on hard days. And that's a love I will never stop being grateful for. I think about the future sometimes, not in anxious flashes, but with hope. I imagine old bookshelves and the echo of your laughter in rooms we've filled with memories. I see us sitting on the porch, hands wrinkled, but still tangled, hearts full from a life shared. I wonder how many moments we'll collect, how many chapters we'll write together. Because loving you isn't just about now. It's about all the tomorrows I want with you. I want every sunrise and midnight, every ordinary Tuesday, and each dream we dare to chase. I want to hold your hand through every storm and dance with you in every sunbeam. When I look at you, I don't see just a person, I see a life I want to build, 1,000 quiet mornings and loud, messy nights filled with laughter and truth. I never knew I could want someone so wholly, so honestly, but with you, I want everything. Not the perfect story, just the one where you and I keep turning pages, even when the ink runs thin. That's the love I've found in you, and still is the little things that leave me breathless. The way you remember how I take my coffee, how you brush my hair out of my eyes when I'm reading, how you smile when you see me across the room. You make me feel chosen, not just once, but every day. That kind of love is rare, and I don't take it lightly. You are the voice in my quiet, the laugh in my silence. You see me in ways I didn't know I wanted to be seen. I look at you and see more than the man I love. I see a best friend, a partner, a soul that mirrors mine. With you, love feels effortless. Not because it lacks work, but because we choose each other again and again. Even in disagreements, I know your heart remains open. You don't walk away when things are hard, you lean in. That kind of steady, unwavering love has changed everything I thought I knew. You've become the peace I didn't know I was looking for. You're not just a chapter in my life. You are the story I want to keep writing.